Yeah, there was one time I remember I was in a fun house, and they had a bunch of wood paneling with the mirrors around it. And it is impossible. Like fun house, like, you know, the mazes that are all like, you can't tell which is a wall and which isn't. Your people are walking straight into the fucking glass.
Yeah.
They had mirrors, clear walls, and this wood paneling.
Oh, fuck,
and it was
dude.
impossible.
Oh, man.
Dude,
yeah.
and you're just like walking around. It got to a point where I just stood still. And I was like, I'm not moving until I see what, because look, if there's one way to make yourself look like the biggest shithead is walking straight faced into a wall.
Oh yeah, I can watch videos on Instagram for hours.
Oh, people
of
just
kids
walking into
just
shit?
like, bam,
Amazing.
and like.
Do you remember that haunted house we went to? Delaware? That one.
That fucking guy. I felt so bad for him. And you know what was crazy is there was another time where we were walking and I felt someone like reach back and grab my thigh. And I was like, what is that? Dude, it's just, you can't see. It's pitch black and you're walking in a line. This is what I think that haunted houses, don't get me wrong, man. I love them, but like there's got to be, I guess that is part of the I guess that's part of the terror. Actually, I guess it is you possibly getting groped by a stranger where there are no laws in there.
Right.
You know, what are you going to do? Like, this guy grabbed my dick. He's like, I couldn't see.
Did someone just credit card my butt cheeks?
I don't know where I'm at. And if that would have happened, if I got out there, the guy's like, yo, man, if he was like, you know what, if he was an adult about it.
Right.
And he was like, hey, so I think I grabbed your nuts. I'm like, you did, dude.
You did. I mean, did it contribute to your enjoyment of the haunted house experience?
I think it would be like, you know, it'd be like you were in Vietnam. It's like, it was a different thing.
Yeah.
It's like, it was times of war, man. Like, we didn't know what was going on. We were just boys in there.
It was pitch black.
I couldn't see anything.
Charlie was everywhere.
Reaching out for help, and I had no idea where I was. Yeah. Are you talking about the guy who walked directly into the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude.
In fairness, like, it was impossible. Like, I'm glad that guy wasn't ahead of us, bumping into every fucking wall and making every wrong turn.
Dude, that was crazy.
The dude in front of us could not navigate it for the life of him.
Nobody could. Dude, it was... Dan, this wasn't like a spooky, like, strobe light where everything's kind of just... I mean, it was just pitch black. It was a pitch black maze. So you're just walking through and you're like, I guess this is scary because I could break my leg.
This just kind of sucks.
Yeah, it was kind of wild. And like, I'm all for it. But it is like, that was like almost at the end, right? That was like the end part. Yeah. That was like, you went through this whole spooky little thing. And then the end is like, yeah, just darkness.
Yeah.
Just a black room.
That's
you
the
cannot
ultimate.
see anything. They didn't even have like things coming out that felt like hands or anything. It was just partitions.
Yeah, and it feels sort of like a missed opportunity in that it's like you make it like total darkness, but then there's like a light just comes on and there's like some scary shit.
That
like,
would have been
right here, and you're like, what the fuck, you know?
I think another cool thing would be like, if you were walking through like a maze like that, and there is like every now and again a strobe, but as you're walking, it waits till you get to a certain point. Like, so everything in front of you is like on ground level.
Yeah.
And you keep walking, and then there's a strobe, and then everything is above you. Like, it looks like the room's upside down, and then you're on the ceiling.
Oh, yeah.
Like one thing after another, that would be sick. Another thing I've thought about doing, like if I ran a haunted house, which I always think about how I could pull that off.
Like you should.
Danny, how sick would that be if I owned my own haunted house?
If you had your own haunted house,
like
that would actually be like, you'd be incredible at running a haunted house.
I think it would be.
You live in a haunted house.
Yeah, but I
You
know.
decorate your own home like
Look.
it's a haunted house.
You know why I do that?
To prepare for your next career as a haunted house owner?
There are two things that I'll never fix in that house, and like people have asked, like, yo, my front door is the loudest door on my street. It's like when you open it, it's like it creaks so loud. It doesn't even it's like it sounds like someone
now that
having
you're saying
violent diarrhea. It's not a normal sound. And my neighbors, I know my neighbors are pissed. I know they're mad. Because, like, I would come home late and it would just be like, oh, because the hydraulics all fucked up. So then it would
like it's an $18 fix.
Dude, it's so simple to fix. However, there have been several like break-ins in that area. There have been several, like, dude, I have that so I hear who's coming through the door. I know you're coming through the door because I can hear it. If I was like alone in my house and I heard my front door screaming, I'd be like, yo, someone's is trying to get in the house. But the other reason my house looks like the way it does is so if someone does get in my house, they're like, oh, I'm just going to leave. I don't want to be in here.
This guy, this is fucked.
I've made a wrong turn.
I'm going to be turned into a lamp.
Yeah, I wanted, for a long time, even when I had the Firebird, even when I had my shitty Suzuki R, that shitty ass fucking car.
Yeah.
I didn't have any anti-theft devices, but I did have a Ouija board in the back seat visible. And so, dude, when I moved to the city, I like remember someone was like, yo, man, you got to put some ominous in the car. I was like, I watched a whole bunch of videos of black people running away from magic. And I was like, you know what? You know what thugs hate is the occult.
Just man. Next car.
I don't want to curse.
I think that's a solid move,
dude. It's seriously. If someone sees a cursed object, they're like, I could steal. Yeah. But the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to turn into like a wooden doll or something.
Right, yeah.
It's like, yeah, dude, you don't.
I used to keep a Ric Flair costume in the back trunk, like just in case I broke down, because I feel like people would pick up Ric Flair, but I might look
that is the craziest thing.
I might look, like you may not want to pick the guy with neck tattoos up, but if I was dressed in full Flair.
I know. Like if I'm like driving down the highway and like some dude dressed as Ric Flair is like cars broke down, I'd be like, dude, yeah, get in. Like, let's talk, man. Like, you seem awesome.
So years ago.
Well, here's the thing. I did break down and I had to hitchhike. And it was Halloween, so I was wearing the Ric Flair costume.
Oh, yeah. No one's going to pick you up then.
No, first car.
Oh, first car picked you up?
First car. So I was like, oh, I'm keeping this in my trunk.
Wow.
Because people want to pick up Ric Flair.
Yeah. Until
the car picked up, it was like, whoa, get in. Where are you going?
Yeah. Until Arn Anderson is driving by, it's like, you screwed me out of the fucking Four Horsemen. And just pops you on the side of the road. Then again, that would be sick if a body was discovered dressed as Ric Flair. So many questions.
Right.
You're like, what happened? Seems he was chopped to death on the side of the road. But I've said before, I remember when there was people, Philadelphia has a notorious homeless population and a very big houseless problem. And people are so, they're just, and I get it. I fall prey. I'm ignorant. When I see a group of homeless people, I don't even think like, whoa, homeless people. I just like, yo, look at that human objects. I have to get around them. And I feel guilty about it? In a way, yes. Am I also like, I still need to get where I need to go. Mm-hmm. I don't interact with them. However, if we gave the homeless population Macho Man Randy Savage outfits,
yes.
you'd be more inclined to give money to the Minka Man than you would a regular homeless person. And half of those guys already sound like the Macho Man in a way. He's like, oh yeah, I need to get that fix. You'd be like, whoa, shit, you have fallen on hard times, Macho. You'll give them $1.
Spare $1, brother.
I'm breathing to the top. You'd be like, yo, I'm going to fucking give this guy some money. But as far as the haunted house thing, one thing I've wanted to do, and I don't understand why it's never been done, is and you'd think with like the money, some of these haunted houses are like millions of dollars. They're like huge institutions.
Oh yeah.
And you would think like they'd have the bread. And I understand a lot of haunted houses, a lot of like horror attractions. They're campy on purpose. I get it. You're not just trying to. You're not trying to like push people away. You're trying to get people to check it out. However, there are ones that are like not for the squeam. It's the scariest. It's the squeamish, and then people will show up just to see how fucking cool and ridiculous. Danny, you were telling me about the one where you had to dance with that guy, which is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to dance with some dude to get out of the room.
It was like a haunted house / escape room.
Okay.
And I had to figure out puzzles. And in the last room, you're just like in a room, and there's this dude. He had to be like 7 feet tall, and he was wearing a dress. And
Already bad sign.
And it's set up like a really old timey like room with just like a record player. You had to play a record, dance with him, then he gave you the key to get out.
Wow, that's I mean, that's an experience, dancing with a 7 foot tall man.
It's an experience because Danny, how long did it take you to figure that out?
Dude, I was like, I don't know. It felt like forever.
Yeah.
It may have been like 10 minutes. There wasn't much in the room.
Okay.
So,
I've never done one of those escape
And at a
rooms.
certain
My
point-
sister loves them.
At a certain point, you know, they kind of help you. Like, they'll just look at the record, you know?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
They're like, all right,
I wonder.
you're not
I wonder
getting
if
it.
there has been times where people like, you know, like I'm not saying that it would be everybody, but I wonder if there's times where people just like, they go in, they're like, oh, and they drop their pants and just present their ass to the guy. They're like, I have to get out of this room.
Be like, no,
I wonder if that guy be like, all right, actually,
game's over. I can't. We got another dropper
I'm just gonna
today.
let you out.
Well, the one girl was in there forever, couldn't figure it out, and apparently he screamed at her, like, play the record.
Oh, say yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Escape rooms are. I did an escape room once.
Oh, yeah?
One time.
Okay.
Actually, with Chris Wood. It was Chris Wood. Which is, you know what? It was just trying to get out of the room. It was actually my living room.
What the fuck's going on here?
Chris Wood was actually in a dress. I had to dance with Chris.
It was actually a nightmare that I had while living with him. Where I just a recurring nightmare where Chris and I were just stuck in our house. And I had to figure out how to get out of our house.
It was a dark room and just hear hello. What are you doing, mate?
You right?
Shit.
You're like, oh, what the fuck's going on?
Where am I? Holy shit. Yeah, I did an escape room. Chris Wood was there. Who the fuck else? Oh, remember Oliver You? Do you remember Oliver You? Best stage name in Philadelphia.
That is a
All
good
Over You.
All over.
Very good. Oh yeah, we went to this escape room in Center City. It was just like I don't remember who found it. I think Oliver actually got a hold of me. He was like, yo, you want to do this? And I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, we got like 7 people. We're going to go do it. So we went, and it was an escape room that was sponsored by TBS, the Superstation. And they were promoting a new TV show that I can't remember the name of, but it was like an adventurer show. It was all about like, you know, borderline Indiana Jones meets Tomb Raider meets other crap. So you go in and it's all about like, you know, you're the first room, you're in a library, and we go in, and I remember, like, keep in mind, it's like 7 comedians who some are trying to figure out the puzzles. I'm like, yo, we got to escape the room. Like, when in my head, I'm like, let's.
You start like kicking the walls
Well,
and shit.
what
They're like,
happened-
Shaner, like that's not how I'm escaping. Like,
So that's kind of in my
there's got to be
head.
a soft spot here somewhere. Like,
Dude, so we're looking around and we see this door that's like, I don't know, maybe 8 feet tall, but there's at the top there's like a 2 foot gap, and at the bottom there's like a very small space. And in my head I'm like, why would they make a door like that? That's got to be something.
yeah.
And it was, but the way we got into it, I was like, yo, Wood, lift me up and push me into the top of that door. So he's like, I'm standing on his shoulders and I'm jumping through the top of the gap of the door. And then I
figure like, they make a pretty dangerous
dude, I was like,
room.
this is pretty wild.
Like, yes.
And then I fell down all the way to the bottom. And then this like speaker comes on. You hear this guy like, that's not the way you're supposed to do this. But in the all the clues in the room were to get that door open. I just went over the thing and pressed the button and the other room door opened. So then I had to kick that door open.
Like, all right.
And
so
like,
you caused
kind of break it.
$20,000 worth of damage in our escape. You did escape the room though.
So then we got into the next room. So it was like a 3-room thing.
Yeah.
So then we get into the next room. The next room's like just a cave.
Yeah.
With like weird cave paintings and etchings and engravings. And there's jewels all over the place. And in the middle of the room is a telescope. Mm-hmm. And then like all these notepads. There's a big fireplace with a huge gold cage around it. And underneath the cage is a small treasure box that is like, I think it was clear, but it had a key in it. And I remember like, it wasn't, like people are looking through the telescope and they're looking at like all the jewels, and under each jewel was like a code, and then you had to write down the code, decipher the code, then get a combination. That's what we discovered after.
After you ran across the room, jump kicked the cage.
Well, no, I saw like again there was like a small gap at the cage. I'm like, I bet I can get my hand underneath that cage. And I did. And as soon as I grabbed the box, the loudspeaker, he's like, guys, you have to solve the puzzle. So I'm like,
damn it.
We're getting out.
Yeah. What is?
I thought the whole thing was to escape the room. Yeah. If I do it, there's no like rhyme or reason. You can do it in any order. The whole point is like to maybe do it backwards. So it fucks
like
you up and you gotta go back.
Institute a rule. They're like, no groups of just dudes anymore. They always break the fucking room.
Dude, something similar in that haunted house happened. We walked into a room and there was like it was really dark and there was a fake dead body on the ground with like splatter around it. Yeah. And there was like these flashlight things at the front that I completely didn't notice. And me and my friend are just throwing this dead body around, started to like undress it. Because we're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Turns out it was an actor. Like,
and
we're actually in court with her right now.
The scariest part, the most scared I was, they came over the loudspeaker and was like, use the flashlight, it's a UV light. And we're like, oh.
You're wearing a bra like, I thought I had to.
Yeah, dude, we were like 5 minutes deep into
You got your hand halfway up an ass. You're like, I
thought the key would be up the ass. They're like, no, it's on the ground. Why would we do that? This is
yeah. So I grabbed the box. The loudspeaker comes over, like the guy on the left. He's like, guys, please just solve the riddles. And I'm like, I did. I ripped open the thing and I got the key out and we unlocked the door and it goes in the next room. And there was only 2 rooms. It was like just a promotional thing.
Okay.
It's only 2 rooms. We go out. The dude is standing there with his hands on his hips. He's like, what is wrong with you guys? I was like, what? He's like, well, we escaped. He's like, no, you failed. You failed. I was like, no, dude. He's like, now we have to figure out a way to stop all the stuff. And then somebody told me, somebody who was in the group, they took another group back there and they had put things over top of the doors so no one could get in there anymore. And they made the cage around the fucking treasure box bigger. So I made new rules.
yeah.
That's all it is. I'm trying to escape the room, and I don't understand. If you're in an escape room and you escape, you win.
Right.
There is no, like, you can't do
And you probably
that.
did it in, like, record time.
Oh,
because
dude,
everybody else is solving it, and you're just like, got it.
Dude, the way that, like, I remember when I was like, yo, Chris, throw me over that door. Wood didn't go, what? He went, yeah, all right. Like there was no like, what do you mean? He was like, yeah, all right, yeah, cool.
And then you're like, in your mind, you're like, I'm just thinking about the upward trajectory, not like, also I'm gonna fall down.
Did not
like,
think I really thought that like once I got over the door there'd be like a ledge or something. So and you can't see. It's like was very dark. So like I get in there and my head I was gonna like do that thing like in Where the Grinch Stole Christmas where he's going down the chimney. Yeah. I thought I was gonna be spry and Jackie Chan enough to do that. And I like got in there. I was like, hell yeah.
No.
Dude, I hit the ground so hard. I was like, I found the button though. And then I couldn't get back up. So I had to like kick the door open. They were pissed.
You broke the whole fucking thing.
Dude,
we just opened it yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel bad because that guy was such an asshole. He's like, you didn't follow the rules. I'm like, you didn't give us any rules.
Right.
You just said escape the room.
You got to get out of this room. It's
you think anybody who's in an escape room is just going to be like, oh my God, I've got to get out of here. My life depends on it. I better solve these riddles.
Right.
What are you talking about? The first thing I'm thinking is like, can I break down this wall with like something? Like I tried to do the punch from Karate Kid Part 2 where he's just trying to punch through the fucking big piece of wood. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do that. Or the dim muck from fucking Bloodsport. Like I hit one brick, another brick breaks on the other end. That's exactly what I think. I don't think solving riddles.
You're just like going to brute force it. Like,
yeah.
I bet if I bash enough shit in here.
If I was in a room... If I was in this room...
I have a feeling you completely ignored the rules. Because every time I've been to one of these things, they're like... Here are the challenges. And then first they tell you will not have to break anything. You will not have to. Yeah. There are clues. Like, right. I've never been to one where they were just like.
You're thinking now, I could use my body as a battering ram.
Danny?
Don't go with that.
Look, here's what I'm going to say. I don't recall any rules being said. I remember these. The guy.
All right. Let me ask you. What were you doing prior to the escape room?
Danny,
did you leave a bar?
That's incidental.
Yeah, he did. He just comes in reeking of whiskey. Like, yeah, I got it. Escape them. They're like, there's rules. I may have blacked out a little bit during the whole rule.
I may have shown like, well, I'll get out of this room right now.
Yeah, Wood, you think you could chuck me through that?
Yeah,
like, yeah, I can't. Yeah.
First off, that sounds like drunk behavior. But if I was sober, I'd still be like, yo, Dan, can you throw me through that window?
Like, yeah.
Look at this room right now. There's all those small... If we were trapped in here, I'd be like, I have to stand... Like, I'm going to get through that window.
That window. It's
a small window. I don't know if I could. Yeah. I'd try.
That's how we'd get out, though.
But my thing would be like, if I'm looking at... Look at the pane around the window. Mm-hmm. My whole thing is like... Maybe I can't fit through it, but if I knock that wood out around that, I'll be able to get out of that. I'm going to get out of that. And then the other thing is like, yo, if I just rip open the electrical box and start a small fire.
Right. The fire department will come.
Or if I can burn the door down. Like, that's where my head...
If we were stuck at, like, yeah.
Like, if we're going to get out of here, we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not playing by rules, but I don't recall any rules.
Gotta take apart the camera.
But I do remember both when we showed up, they were like super excited that a group, like a whole group. I think they were like either they had just opened and like maybe it had been one or two at a time.
Yeah.
So who knows how long it had taken these people to figure the fuck out. But like a whole group, like 7 dudes shows up. I'm like, oh, wow. These guys are really interested. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting out of this room right now.
They're like really enthusiastic too.
Dude, I was like,
got that specific enthusiasm that comes with the 7th beer. Like, we're getting out of this fucking room.
Yeah, I think one thing that is intimidating for any escape room worker is a dude showing up in a fur coat at 9 a.m. with a flask. Like, I'm gonna get out of this room. And I was.
Let us know when you build your own goddamn escape room, and we're gonna come to that and fuck up your escape room.
Dude, I would build an escape room that you'd have to fuck up.
There's just like a fucking like 9-pound hammer like right in the center.
Dude, the escape room would be honestly the first.
I picture you doing this and be like, damn, I guess it's one and done.
No, so here's what I would do. I would buy first off, I'd recycle. I'd use repurposed wood and crap like that. Mm-hmm. But I would also I know a bunch of dudes who have worked construction long enough that there's drywall is everywhere.
Yeah.
Drywall is everywhere. It's don't get me wrong, to buy it can be expensive, but getting scraps of drywall and making a room where you have to run through drywall to
That'd
get out of it.
Sweet. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the way I do it. It's you got to get out of the room. And also, fire would be an element.
Right.
What?
You're running from the fire. You gotta.
Dude, you know what would be the sickest escape room ever? Or one part of an escape room. You go into this, and again, I'm pulling from Big Trouble in Little China.
I think most of your life is pulled from Big Trouble in Little China.
Dude,
You have no idea. Dude.
John Carpenter movies live in my head.
He lives his life in a 90s action movie.
Oh my God. This is the End Podcast with Ryan Shader. We were getting into it. I'm joined by the one and only Dan Ostrov. Thank you so much for being on the show. Do you have anything to plug? Anything you're doing? Anything you want people to come see yet?
Nah, nothing. What am I doing? I'm not really running comedy. I may come back and do some more comedy shows in the future, because I love just stressing myself the fuck out.
Yeah, why not, dude?
Being like, oh, yeah, it's in 5 days and I've sold 3 tickets.
Dude.
Sweet. Yeah, this is going to be awesome.
Running a comedy show is your escape room, dude.
Yeah, it is. Exactly.
You're completely stressed.
What the fuck?
You're going to try and break through a wall. I'll
Do
burn
I have
it
to
down.
go? No.
Yeah, dude. I think an awesome feature in an escape room would be you get through one part and then you're in a room that's maybe I don't know, half the size of this one, but then water starts filling up.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, I mean wild ass escape rooms.
That would be
that.
yo, I have to.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
I mean, it would be wild too to do escape rooms where it was kind of monitored, but it was yeah, we have you can get out. We have our people that are watching you because you'll die if you don't get out of here, you'll die. But we're gonna tell you you're not gonna die.
That's actually the name of the escape room.
We will get you out. We will get you out, but the water's gonna be 6 inches from the ceiling, and you're gonna be
Nah, yeah,
you know?
I don't know. See, that's the whole thing is I guess you'd have to sign a waiver. There'd have to be liabilities. And
I would love to see
I don't think
the insurance agent come out.
Mr. Shader, is that an alligator? Yes.
Don't worry.
The
He
teeth are
signed
corked.
a waiver. Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah, my alligator handler is watching the whole time.
Yeah. I actually would have a room. You know what I do? I also have a room. And I'd boast them this in this room is the stingray that killed Steve Irwin. Just somewhere in here. In this water. Because I think water is an element that is not used in escape rooms at all. It's no one wants to be cold, no one wants to be wet, and no one wants to be in water they can't see anything.
Oh, you mean water being used water that you're in a ski? I don't think that's done in an escape room.
Nobody wants to be in
too
that.
often.
That is the scariest shit. To be in water you can't see.
You can't see anything in the bottom?
Yeah.
Come on. And then every now and again you're in as you...
Wait, are you talking about being in water at night or being in water that's so deep that you can't see the bottom?
Dark and deep.
Dark and, yeah. Well, that's the worst case scenario.
Imagine going into a room and you have to get to the other side to get out, or maybe there's something where you have to get out, but most of the room is in water. But as you go in, the water gets deeper. And there are also it's fucked up. It's some are higher, some are lower.
Yeah, sections where you gotta. I mean, the thing that was, and you see it in movies where they gotta go underwater and they're swimming, and then it's man, you hit that point of no return where it's if there's not a spot I can go up, I'm fucked.
So then another thing I would do as you're going farther into the water, I would have things in the water near the walls or in the middle. So not that anybody would ever get to them, but the water would splash an animal is moving through it.
Oh yeah.
That's what you got to do. Like, you have to create a real sense of fear. Another thing that I think is not done in escape rooms is bombs. I don't understand.
I was like, I was just talking with somebody about bombs yesterday. Oh, that was you. Yeah, we were just talking about bombs yesterday. Like, who was I talking about bombs? Of course it was Shader.
No, like a part where, like, you know, again, not to pull from movies, but The Rock, where Nicolas Cage is in that room where the VX gas is coming. Not the VX gas, the other gas, and he's got to, like, get the bomb before the bomb explodes. Like that, the whole red wire, green wire. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome fucking trope. How that is not used in escape rooms, I do not understand.
I actually agree with you there. That
Seriously.
seems like a
Right,
normal,
adding-
That's a
trying to
normal
figure
thing.
that out.
To get through an escape room where it's like, yo, if it's red something, and that's the whole thing, maybe it won't blow up. But like, say there's, here we go. You're in a room. You go in, there's like a bomb in the middle that is counting down. You have to do it. You pull the wrong wire, water starts filling the room. And you're like, oh no, what the fuck is that now?
Yeah, it's like everything you do wrong adds this element of like, you're going to die sooner now. Like,
Straight
it's not
up.
just the bomb, it's going to blow you up. Now the water's filling up.
Another thing,
Now a fire just started.
I think, well, here's
The hatch opens, stingrays come out.
Well, that's the thing, is that
damn it.
one thing I've wanted to do, and I don't know. You're not broken, Dan. You just haven't tried Hims yet. Hims gives men access to personalized prescription treatments for ED, so you can get your confidence back in the bedroom. I know you have a problem with that. With treatments that cost 95% less than names, you'll be saving a ton of money and saving face in between the sheets, Dan's, with options like Hardmint, Sex RX Plus, Climax Control. You're sure to find something that's right for you. The process is totally online, so there's no doctor visits and no waiting in line at the pharmacy, because we all know that can be so embarrassing, especially for guys like you, Dan. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/theend. That's find ED treatment that's up to 95% less than a name brand at hims.com/theend. That's HIMS.com/theend. Yes, again, hims.com/theend. Actual price will depend on the product and subscription plan. Featured products include compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See the website for details, restrictions, and important safety information. Now, back to the end. Again, I don't want to get on PETA's bad side with my escape room. But is there any, Danny, can you look this up? Is there any law on killing bugs? Like say you had like cockroaches.
Right.
You know, like, and I'm not, you know, is there any law on killing bugs?
I mean, I feel like bugs, not even like going back to the haunted houses, like bugs, like cockroaches are not, like that would scare the shit out of people. Getting like a ton of cockroaches. And it's like really like cockroaches like don't hurt you.
No, they don't.
So you're like, yeah, but when you go into this room, the floor is
moving.
Yeah. And that would be like, if I went into a haunted house like that and I was like, no, they were live fucking cockroaches.
You don't need that.
What the fuck?
But
that place sucked. Like that scared the shit out of me.
I think, oh, here we go. You go into the room. There is a bomb there. The bomb is ticking. But as you walk in, the water starts filling the room. To get to the bomb, there's live cockroaches all over the bomb. You've got to try and do it while the cockroaches are on your
just
hands.
crawling on your hands.
Crawling all over you.
I don't like this shit. Like
that would be sick.
How was the escape room? It was an experience. Like I will never forget that escape room.
Yeah, or like there's a cadaver room.
Oh God.
You know? There's like stuff coming in the room and you got to search through cadavers to try
inside
to find
one of these bodies.
Inside one of the bodies, yeah.
Like,
why isn't that a thing?
Yeah, these people
You know?
all donated their bodies to this escape room.
I mean, I don't think you can use real bodies, but I do think.
I mean, can you donate your body to anything? Though?
You can't donate your body to entertainment.
It's a law.
I don't think you can, dude. I do not think you can donate your body to entertainment. You can donate your body.
Think that, or do you? I mean, like,
Well,
what
you
if
know
I
what?
was like, yeah, I want to
Dude.
be featured in a
Hold
movie,
on.
getting blown up, like in a scene.
Scientific entertainment.
Scientific entertainment.
Like
There's the
sports
loophole.
entertainment.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
scientific entertainment. Is escape room because you use your mind.
You just like donate your body to like James Cameron or something and be like, yeah, I
up.
want to be a practical effect, like part of a.
Oh my God!
You know,
Imagine
the
being
scene, like,
shot in the head.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, that was my mama.
Terminator 17 when the truck hits that, but that was a real body.
real
That
body.
guy loved the Terminator movies and was like,
I get a special dedication and a thank you in the movie. That'd be fucking sick. But I think if you were doing an escape room and you were like, hey man, who wants to donate their body to an escape room? I'm willing to bet there'd be, I don't know, at least tens of people. Tens of people.
they'd have to have a lot because it would start stinking pretty quick.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That sucks. That's the only downside is
That's
the rot.
the downside, yeah.
You know?
Maybe they just have you in a fucking, alcohol preserves people, actually. You can put people,
Oh,
that's what
yeah.
happened with John Paul Jones. The
drummer?
No, the father of the American Navy. Well, he was also a drummer, but John Paul Jones, the father of the American Navy.
It's like Led Zeppelin did that.
Why would they do
For a
that?
second, I was like, that is amazing.
Is it John Paul
That wasn't
Jones?
John Paul Jones. That was John Bonham.
John
Paul
Bonham
Jones-
died.
that
John
was The
Paul
Who.
Jones is still alive, right?
John Paul Jones is not alive.
He's not alive?
I don't think he's alive.
Oh, shit. All right.
I think he's dead.
Really?
I don't know.
I know John Bonham died.
John Bonham. Sorry, I fucked up my.
My
drums.
buddy
My
Grant's
bad,
head
dude.
would explain. So you don't know who's alive in Led Zeppelin? Like, come on, Dan. Like,
Does it really matter?
yeah, are they coming out with some new hits? Like,
Does it really matter who's alive? Don't get me wrong. I love Ozzy Osbourne. Does it matter that he's alive anymore? I don't know. He just did his last concert. It was amazing, and I thank the Ozman for everything. But really, when it comes down to it, it's like, yo, dude, you were. When's the last time you were like, you really were rocking the fuck out here?
yeah.
You know, like, thank you for all the music, dude.
Right.
But like, you gotta know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Part of me is
I
like
hear
when
that.
when you reach a certain age, especially in entertainment, unless you're like, you're an actor who's then going and leaning into being an old man. You know what I mean?
Right.
As when
yeah.
you're like Ozzy, you're expected to be Ozzy Osbourne from 1972,
Right.
the whole time,
Right.
And it's like
Yeah.
that doesn't happen. Like, that's a crazy thing. You can't expect Ozzy to go out there and bite the head, even though it would be sick if he bit the head off of a bat,
No.
like a real live bat.
No,
God,
the
maybe.
old rocker is like, yeah. Or like, I mean, like when I went to see Dylan, he's like this old guy at a piano, like, I was at the break the moon. You're like,
Yeah.
that's Bob Dylan, man. That
doesn't sound
fucking
great.
wild, you know?
I'd be bummed. It's like the only time I think it is acceptable when you see. Did you see footage of Frankie Valli? Within the last year?
No.
Do you know what Frankie Valli is? He sings Grease. He was very popular in the 1950s. Had a very soprano, high pitched soprano voice.
Okay.
But he still does tours where he is very clearly lip syncing and he's not even trying. He's just holding a mic and he's like.
Yeah.
He looks like an animatronic.
Behind him, there's this statement like, I trusted a corrupt accountant.
Dude, it is amazing to
All
watch.
my money is gone. Thank you for being here.
It's wild. And like, you do appreciate that they, I don't even know if you appreciate that they want to be out there, because I don't think Frankie Valli wants to be out there. When you reach a certain age like that, I don't think he's like, you know what I got to do and go out and rock people one more time.
On rock.
I don't think it works that way. But
It's probably person to person. I bet there's some people that were like, yeah, those were good times.
I
Like,
don't know, man.
But it's got to also be kind of like the whole time you're just being reminded of like,
I used to be able to sing.
yeah, like we used to, like we didn't hurt, and like people were like, now people are just looking at us being like, they don't look that bad.
No.
for all the drugs
You're
they
kind of like,
did.
I think you'd be like, wow, that corpse is amazing. That corpse up there is really turning it on.
I mean, that's wild, Frankie, because he would have been, in the 50s. Like, you think about people from the 60s and 70s now being old, but somebody from the 50s is
he's a
just
million.
Like, yo,
and it's like
95, man. Holy shit!
And he's still out there. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like when I see somebody that old doing shit, I do wonder. I'm like, are they? Like, I need to still be relevant. I need to still get out there. I've still got music in my heart. Or is somebody like, we can probably make money off of this old man?
Right, yeah.
He's 91 years old.
91.
Wow.
And let me tell you, Dan, he looks 101.
He's an old 91.
He looks so old.
But you never want anybody
He just got married in 2023.
Yo, good for him. How old's his wife?
Frankie, say 22.
She's a hot 81.
Yeah.
Spry, flexible, bony. I can't imagine being 91 be like, you know what I need to do?
Nah, she's 60.
Oh, all right.
All right, Frankie.
Dude, she's 9 away from being nice. Can you imagine 69ing a 101-year-old man?
Oh, yeah.
That's actually the last room in my escape room.
Hey,
Whoa, damn.
Okay.
Yo, that's 61.
He doesn't look so bad. I'm for 91.
I think
is
that's
that an old
dude. That's Photoshop.
They did him up pretty good. He is not.
That's AI, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a good 61-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that.
Hey.
I mean, you have to look at it this way.
Fourth wife, Jackie Jacobs.
Fourth.
Yeah, in Las Vegas.
Good for him. That's
he did. He was saying "walk like a man."
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah. All right, I can hear the voice. Walk like a man.
There you go.
Yeah. All right.
That's Frankie Valli. But like fourth marriage,
Wait, is he involved like the day the music died when it was like the Big Bopper, like the plane crash?
You're thinking of Richie Valens.
Richie Valens was on it, but there was like people that weren't on that flight. Like, it was like a whole thing where like.
So Frankie Valli was supposed to be on.
Well, I don't know.
On the
maybe
flight?
I was just thinking of Richie Valens.
I think you
kind
are.
of confusing the two names. But I know there was like, it was like a band, and like some of them took the plane and some didn't, and it was like, and the musicians that didn't take the plane are like, still, some of them are still around. They're just like, yeah, it was fucked.
Man.
We just kind of like. There was a van going, but they were like, there's only room for 3 on the flight. And we were like, well, we'll just meet you there. And then
Damn.
Yeah.
Imagine what if Frankie Valli was on the plane, but he did survive?
Oh, man.
That would be sick. Yeah. Dude, because then he could release an album the day the music refused to die. Like
I'm still here.
If you were in a plane crash with the Big Bopper, Buddy Holly, and Richie Valens, and you survived,
Yeah.
and you're the other musician that just like walked away unscathed, you're like, yeah, I remember seeing parts of the Big Bopper I never thought I'd see.
Was it? I mean, didn't some people because Leonard Skinner was in
They were also in a
some
plane.
people survived that plane crash.
Yeah, and
right?
then death came back for the rest of them. It was like a Final Destination.
Yeah, it's like I'm getting all of Leonard Skinner. Like,
you can't.
I was on Neil Young's side, and like fuck,
Straight up.
fuck that.
It was a very crazy. Like, imagine being, the sole survivor of like a plane crash.
Oh, dude.
But then you look over and you realize that in first class is like, I don't know, Bruce Willis or something.
Yeah. Well, Bruce Willis now might not have.
No, Bruce Willis. But I mean, he's probably
That'd be
God.
like a mercy. Yeah, I love Bruce.
No, everyone loves Bruce Willis. You can't knock the Willis, dude.
Yeah.
He's the man. But I do think like if you were in a plane crash and you looked over and you saw like, I don't know, like Remy Malik, like on the plane, and you're like, no one's gonna give a shit who I was.
Right. Tom Hanks was on this plane. God damn it!
No one's gonna be looking for But then again, it's almost like, maybe people will look for survivors more.
But then you could if you're the sole survivor and Tom Hanks was on that plane, you could say,
oh man,
anything. Be like, yeah. So this sounds crazy. Tom and I actually like ended up in a 2-hour conversation. He was gonna do a remake of, he was gonna Forrest Gump.
He was gonna do bigger. It was wild. Yeah,
I floated a few ideas with him, and he was like on board, man. I got a script I'm working on. Tom was like, he signed on. It sucks for me that he died, because it's like
yeah, you'd be like, oh my god, I was on board with Tom Holland. It was crazy. Right before we crashed, he said the N-word. Like, just be like, he
dropped it hard.
I don't know what was going on. You could easily be like, you can get the black box. He wasn't calling it the black box. He was calling it the N-word box. He said, don't recover this N-word box. And I was like, Tom, come on, just put the oxygen mask on. We're dying.
Last moments, Oscar Isaacs, real piece of shit. Yeah.
He said he were going down. He said 6 million wasn't enough. And I was like, God, Oscar.
Jesus.
Was not ready for that. All right, we got phone calls. I hope they're haunted house related.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
That would be great.
Yo, Shaner, it's Jeremy from Dallas. All these goofballs always calling in with weird questions. I actually have a legitimate question, kind of a medical question almost.
Sick.
Heard a lady call in to Opie and Anthony back in the day. Truck driver said she pooped in a plastic grocery bag when she had nowhere else to go. I tried doing this one time. Problem is, when you hold the bag up to your butt to poop, you start pissing all over. How would you manage to do that and not ruin a brand new rug in the back of your truck? Any help would be appreciated. Got to come to Dallas for a show soon. Thanks, man.
Sir, I'm going to solve this problem, and this is another thing where I don't understand why. It just comes down to sheer logic, and I get what you're doing. When you think plastic bag, pooping in a plastic bag, you think handles on the side, your butt up against the opening.
Okay.
That's not the way to do it, because you know you're going to pee, and there's also a chance the poop is just going to fall out. Your butt is not right. What you do is you hold it long ways, and you have the opening long. Your dick goes down the front.
Sir, you asked the right man.
Your poop goes in the back, and you can also position. Say you're getting more poop, you pull it back, and it goes into. It's not. Believe me, as someone who's shit in a bag a few times, you learn a thing or two about a thing or two, and it is crazy because
because that pulls it. Because it pulls.
You're not going to catch
like
anything.
that, right?
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Because I was going to say pee first, but
no,
you
do it all the way up.
Now, is he? Because I'm curious. Do you think he's like? He's probably pulled over to the side. He's in a situation. He's a truck driver.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got to take a shit. I ain't gonna make it to the next stop.
Nope.
But I'm not gonna still be driving a truck while I'm doing this. Like at least the truck is stopped.
So the thing is with shitting while driving, that's a crazy thing. Because you have no option but just to shit in your pants. Like getting your pants down and sitting in something, that's a...
But here's the thing. If he's pulling over, then why not just shit?
Danny, these are all great questions.
Right. Just shit out
but the question was about shitting in a bag.
I honestly, I'm going to be honest.
This is a situation where he's not stopping, dude.
Okay.
Oh, you think the truck is still moving?
If the truck is still moving, okay.
I mean, that's going to be tough.
It still comes down. I think it still comes down. So, look, I don't know much
You're
about...
in your seat. Like, how are you...
Okay.
I would not...
I don't know much about long-haul trucking.
Yeah.
I don't know what the cruise control is. I don't know anything.
I imagine there's no cruise control.
I don't know. It depends on... I think it depends on the truck. I think there's got to be newer trucks that have that.
I think that's such a dangerous feature that they wouldn't allow it.
There are also a lot of trucks like most trucks are manual. Yeah. I mean,
all right. So you put it in, I guess, like whatever. You take your reconstricted clutch, and you motion it down into neutral zone. Then you step on the articulate. You maneuver the retro chamber into third.
I'm like, what? God damn, you know a lot about this. Like, what are you, like a fucking mechanic here? Like,
One time me and Shane were on a road trip and we talked cars for 3 hours. He knows nothing. But
no knowledge.
He will.
Dude, I will tell
keep
someone
the
how to.
conversation going.
I will tell you everything you need to know about cars that exist in my brain.
Is that a dual manifold?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Oh,
well, all
you're-
right. Good. That's good then. That's going to make this whole thing easier.
Your fucking your compressor profiteer is messed up right now. The profiteer needs to be pulled back and the governor needs to be reelected. If you reelect the governor to the left, you definitely have, it's all fine.
No, it's the oxygen compressor. That's
Yeah.
your problem. Is the oxygen? There's two holes: an intake and an extake.
The piston pins are crooked.
Yeah.
Your carbon manifold is also busted. We're not going to be anything to do with your Glock. Your Glock is messed up on the front. You have to get a Glock shifter on that, and that's going to cost you. But as far as shitting while driving with a manual, if you put it in, I don't know what the lowest gear, whatever is going to keep the gears
One.
Okay.
I think at
it in
manual.
first.
I think he's got to
Put
be
it in
stopped
H.
because if you got to keep a foot on the gas, you have to be pretty damn flexible.
All right. So here's what I would say. You probably have to.
Did he say that he was a trucker?
No,
I don't know if he
we
said-
assume, but no, did he? I think there was something in the.
He said a lady truck driver called in to O&A, which who the fuck
'Cause
knows?
I
that?
think you're shitting in a bag on a road trip, and you're like, you're not the one driving.
Oh, if you're not the one driving, then you're still going long ways.
Yeah, I mean,
no, I think you're
clearly if you're
absolutely
not
right.
driving, your suggestion.
If you're not going, but then again,
Yeah.
driving. Here's the thing. Let me try and figure out driving here, though. Let me figure out the driving because the only way you could do. See, this. It would have to be cruise control. Okay.
Yeah,
let's-
the only way is cruise control.
Cruise control, you sit up, you kind of put yourself all the way up, or you even, weirdly enough, you kind of sit on the seat with your back up against the
That's
back,
what I was thinking.
and then you put the bag, your knees are up. You know what I mean? That's the only way you could
Yeah, I
really
mean, you got to get your ass off the seat.
Exactly.
Clearly.
You have to.
But once you're getting your ass off the seat, then how you're going to keep your foot on
That's what
the
I mean. That's
gas
where the
is like-
cruise control comes into it.
Yeah, so you can't do it without
Yeah.
cruise control.
You need cruise control. You
Yeah.
might even need lane assist.
Yeah, and even then, because those big rigs, it's like the wheel. It's like a big wheel, and it's like right here.
Yeah.
So how you're able to get your body up.
I guess you put the cruise control on so you don't have to worry about the gas. Your knee is underneath the wheel while you're up.
That's the trick.
You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
on the thing so you can get the back. Yeah, I mean, it's also, you have to take in consideration, if you're shitting while driving, it's not a normal poop.
Oh,
It's
no.
diarrhea.
Gross, yeah.
It's
Bad.
diarrhea.
Right, yeah,
So you really have to take
it was
like,
chili dog night outside of
Yeah.
Omaha, and you won you won. You ate
Yeah.
the most, but now you're it's 3 a.m.
that's
and
another
you're
thing
like,
I would do
fuck.
too if I had money. I would rig up like a toilet in my front seat. Why there aren't cars that have that?
I mean, I think you can do that without money too. You just cut a hole, put a bedpan in there.
Dan, I'm trying to have it street legal, Dan. I'm trying to have it where if I get pulled over and a cop's like, step out of the car, I want them to be like, what's that all about? And I'll be like, excuse me, officer, have you heard about toilet shits? Have you heard about the car shits?
A cop being like, is that a toilet?
Yeah,
Just be
it's the Tonka toilet.
yeah.
Get in
Be
here.
like, I'm going to let you go on your way.
Yeah. I think it'd be like, yo, take a
Let me take a photo. We got to put this in our cruisers. I can't tell you.
I don't think
how many times I've had to shit in a bag.
Yeah, I'd be like, and now you don't have to. If it just went into a reservoir,
You're doing front to the back. He's like, oh, no. I should have my
no.
crew.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you think about buses, how they have bathrooms on the bus.
Yep.
All that goes into a tank at the bottom. If you just had where your gas tank is, a secondary tank on the side of that, all your poop and shit goes right into that. And then
Great.
you go to the same thing you would do
Yeah.
At like a campsite where they have the the fucking hopper, you can just take all the shit. Come on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the
It's
best.
very I just don't understand why we have all these things for cars. We have no poop technology. We have no toilet technology in cars, and I don't really.
There's a thing where people don't like to admit they take shits. You know, it's like in the world, people are like,
They don't like to admit they take shits.
It's
Have you
like-
seen the world right now, Dan?
but I mean, like, it would be the most sensible thing to have a toilet in a car seat, but we would never do it because then it'd be like, yeah, sometimes you're going to be looking at somebody who's taking a dump in their car.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I think it's about the smell, dude. Because
Okay.
even in like
Yeah,
RVs
fair
and campers, you know,
Danny.
like,
Dan, we have to crawl before we walk.
like typically they tell you not to shit on the bus.
Daniel. Okay.
Right. You can't, like, it will take shit, but, like,
All right,
please don't do that.
All right,
Like,
all right.
It's
This
only
is-
2 hours to New York City.
Let's just say this. This toilet in the car is not it's not just for fun time. It's like emergency use only.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's not like I don't think there's someone like, yo, I have to take a dump. Let me go for a drive.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it is. It's like, yo, man, I'm on my way. That astronaut lady who drove with the disposable diapers on.
Oh, right.
You know?
Yeah.
Think of what that lady could have accomplished
Oh,
if she
wow.
didn't have to, if
Wow.
she just had the freedom
Yeah.
to shit in that car.
No,
and not
but
have to
it
worry
wasn't.
about
She didn't get out of the car.
No, she wore disposable diapers
and just.
and just threw them, which is also an option. I've never shit in a disposable diaper. Have you ever done that?
Not yet, but we got the match coming up. So. You
Oh yeah, dude. after we're gonna get to this phone call, and then we're gonna go into the triple D, and it's gonna be sick. Next phone call, please.
Ryan Shanery is not at the moment. Fuck that. Oh, shit. I should have called before I drank all that shit, but... fuck.
That's it. I do have the next message, which I think
Is that him?
I think it's him.
Let's see.
Yo, Shaner Dubs. Keep doing this. Keep fucking up. It's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, you get put on the spot. Nobody's talking back.
No one's putting you on the spot.
Talking to the fucking answering machine of some cool fucking dude that said some cool shit on a podcast. You're like, oh, that dude's fucking cool. Anyways, point is, last night I took a brewski tumble. I fell down my stairs and I knocked a potted plant down on myself, and it sucked. It was shameful. And I just wanted to know if you had some shameful alcoholism stories, and
Some.
where's my fucking stuff? I'd quit drinking if I got stuff, but where's my fucking stuff?
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys are the best. Hope this was more coherent than the last two I left. And, bye.
Oh, shit. Brewski tumble.
I love how he quoted, "Where's my stuff? I'm sober. Where's all my fucking stuff? Where's the stuff?" Yeah, man. One, I'm glad we played that secondary follow-up message. I'm glad we got it.
Yeah.
Two, dude, falling while drunk sucks, but it also can lead to the most comical, like, one thing after, like, it's almost like a domino effect that you didn't even know exists. Like, I can imagine that guy falling down the stairs and then hitting the side, the plant falls on him,
smashes
and then he keeps, dude,
Hurts everywhere.
it sucks. You could possibly seriously injure yourself.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure if that was on ring cam, you're like, that is the funniest shit
Yeah.
I've ever fucking seen in my life.
And it's also like, you know, they say in like drunk driving accidents,
Oh yeah.
it's the drunk that survives because their body's just
They're
like
loose. They're ragdolling.
blah, 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 and everybody else is like, no.
Dude, I've learned a long time ago, falling, you have to let it go. Like, even when you're sober.
Don't try to, like, you're falling, don't try to look cool anymore. Like that ship
don't
has
put your
sailed.
arms out. Don't be like, I'm got it. No, you kind of just fucking go.
I like to, it's like, do you have any embarrassing drunk stories? It's like, do you have 74 hours, sir?
Yeah, I think the funniest, like one of the, dude, you ever hurt yourself so bad drunk that you know you're hurt, but you know how funny it was, and you are like just laughing so hard, but the biggest pain you feel is that no one saw what you did. Like you've hurt yourself, but you know it was hilarious, but no one was around to
Nobody
see it.
saw.
They're only seeing
And you're
you
just
on the
like,
floor.
You're like, come on.
Like, no,
somebody.
you missed it.
Yeah.
Dude,
I ate it so hard.
I was at,
on a banana peel. I didn't even know that happened.
oh my God. If I was drunk and slipped on a banana peel,
Yeah, just full on. And then everybody's like, what happened? And you're like, I slipped on a banana peel.
I would honestly, I would check that off a list.
Yeah, I did it.
I slipped on a banana peel. I think legitimately slipping on a banana peel and then legitimately, not like as a gag, someone out of anger or malice pies you in the face. Yeah. That's a check off a list. That's not like someone's like, oh, goof, like we're having a food fight.
Fucking asshole.
Literally throws a pie.
Yes.
And hits you in the face. You have to be like, that sucks, but I'm okay with it. Right. Actually, that happened on live TV to, what the fuck was her name? God damn it. She was like an evangelist. And some guy pied her in the face on live TV. She was talking about anti-gay. It was like an anti-gay
and
thing.
he comes up like she's outside
and
just
threw it and fucked her up. Amazing.
That's so great. Yeah, that's so great.
Dude, that's like, I know you're mad. Yeah. You are embarrassed. But dude.
And it's way better to pie somebody than to punch them. It's like,
dude, a
you know,
pie?
like, yeah, like the Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan is like, and some guy punches him.
Dude.
It's like, okay, you want to go, but like if you pied him.
Pie?
And it was like a pie that was not gonna come out of those robes. It was like a blueberry pie.
Oh my God.
And he's just like, God damn it. Like,
ruined the Klan robe.
It's been in the fucking Klan for 187 years. You fucking ruined
That was
it.
my father's Klan robe.
Can't get blueberry pie filling out a robe.
Dude, that would be so. Nothing. Just imagine him with trying to shout out the pie stage. Damn it.
Yeah, just saying every racial slur.
And there's one guy who comes up and is like, I know what you mean, man. And there was a couple years ago, I was eating pudding. Nothing gets chocolate out.
Yeah, look
at this.
Like, there's probably got to be, like, the depiction of the Klan has got to be way different than the real. Like, because those dudes, you know, they're eating a lot of barbecue.
Straight up, dude.
Yeah, there's
pie
got to be
stain.
barbecue all over those robes.
You know what would sell stain remover? Klan approved stain remover, dude. If it was like Ku Klux Klan approved, we'll get any stain out. Get your whites whiter.
So, I probably told you this. One of my favorite Klan stories is like. Oh, you got it.
Oh, man. Hold on. I never told you this, but one of my favorite Klan stories.
Well, now let me finish the story, because otherwise that's like...
I think the title of this episode is going to be one of my favorite Klan stories. Oh, YouTube will never let us title it. Unofficial
yeah.
title.
If you made it this far, that's the title.
Did I ever tell you one of my favorite Klan stories? No. Oh, hold on. Let's watch this bitch.
All right, watch a bit. I'll get back to the story.
This is amazing. And the little dude, I love
just
that guy.
like-
He's like, I'm guilty.
All right, it was me.
I did it.
Virginia,
Like,
and were met with
like, yeah, we
protests
know it was
and all kinds of problems. And
Oh my God.
every
Dude, how perfect is that? Dude, in the little
No.
part that falls off.
well, at least it's a fruit pie.
Let's pray for him right
Yo.
now. Nita.
That's great.
Amazing.
Wow. Wow.
And it's like, I think she continues the, like the whole press conference with pie on her face. Which, then again, that is how you do it though.
That's what you do. Yep.
You know? If you
Yeah.
get pied in the face, you have two options. You either like, you know, are shamed, as you will be. You did get pied in the face. But to be like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna keep going. I got pied in the face. I accept that I got pied. I am going to continue on with my message.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
she
and I'm
continued.
gonna eat the pie. I'm gonna take pie
man.
off, and I'm gonna eat it and be like, "What's a good pie?"
Oh, is that
like,
meringue?
Yeah. Then you win. You know,
Yeah.
that's how you
You can
know,
win
that's
a pie.
checkmate. But well, I'd have to see the rest of the.
It was, dude.
Yeah.
It was
So-
just. Oh yeah, one of your.
One of my favorites. This is. So this takes place in South Carolina, deep in Klan country, and it's like involved in the whole history of like the development of Carolina style, South Carolina mustard barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
So there's this black barbecue chef that's like like one of the main guys that's developing like South Carolina style barbecue.
Yeah.
And he's like everybody's favorite, and eventually he dies, and the Klan gets together and they're like, we need to make a statue of that guy. Like at the meeting, they're like, I really miss like Chef what like Georgie. Like I know this sounds crazy, fellas, but we need to make it. And so there's this in this small town in South Carolina, there's a statue of a black barbecue chef, and it's like funds donated by the Ku Klux Klan chapter of like,
Wow.
yeah.
You know,
It's like barbecue transcends.
it really
everything.
does squash a lot of problems.
Yeah, they're like,
Damn it.
I have had to rethink many of my assumptions.
It changed my life.
I would give anything for just one more slab of ribs.
That's amazing. I didn't know
Georgie.
that's what was the guy's name?
I'd have to look it up. It's been a while since I had like.
Damn it, dude.
But it's like it's a true story. Like you can look it up. Yeah.
How big is the how is it like bronze, stone?
I
Ebony?
haven't seen like images of the statues. Like,
Damn.
I read it was like I was reading this whole long article about the history of like, I mean, if you get in the history of South Carolina barbecue, it's actually like the Hatfields and McCoys. There's like this one family that like split and they're like feuding with each other, and then there's it's like a while like. The whole development of it is pretty nuts, but then that was just kind of this like side tangent of this like one particular chef that developed this like recipe and like the way he made his barbecue sauce.
It is an amazing barbecue sauce.
Oh, I
It's
love
the
mustard.
best.
Yeah, mustard barbecue is
The best.
awesome. Yeah.
Have you seen the statue?
No.
I hope it's respectful. I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah.
Okay, the Klan made a statue memorializing this black man. The Klan is not known for their accurate artistic representations of black men. I hope this is a respectful statue and not like something you see like, what is this?
Oh, come on, man.
That's very disproportionate to the way. Come on. Hart was in the right order. There was one guy, like a Klansman, who was like, I tried to make it as best I could. They're like, come on, man. You made it crazy. Like, look, I've been drawing these things for years.
What am I going to do? I'm used to exaggerating proportions.
It's muscle memory, man. You know how it is when you start drawing.
We loved him. Like, I didn't mean for it to look like
I fucked up.
minstrel show. I read.
I fucked up. But what's done is done, and we're never going to have this barbecue sauce again. And why can't we just pay homage to this man? Good God. This has been the End Podcast with Ryan Shaner, Dan Ostrov. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you call the hotline 833-443-5300. We'll address any comment, question, or concern, or possible method you think you could have for shitting in a plastic bag. We're going to switch it over to the Patreon, and we will be back later.